All right. Let there be light. Let there be light. There we go. There we go. All right. You see the title. I'm getting ready to take y'all into 1988 in DC. What was popping? For one, that was the year I graduated high school. I went to Spingarn High School, home of the Greenway, where Sherman Douglas went to school at. And then he left there and went to Syracuse and got drafted into the NBA. You know, that summer was on fire, like I said in the title. You know what I'm saying? You out of school, you don't know what life is, what's down the line for you, or what's your future, but you living in the moment, and you know, you young, you single, full of life, and this record, Make It Last Forever. I don't care on the weekend, wherever you went at, they was bumping Make It Last Forever, Keith Sweat. And I seen him at the Capitol Center when he came here too. And he killed that song. He brought Jackie McGee out on stage. That's the young lady that sings with him on this record. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of it, you know what I'm saying? Of the song. But man, it's a particular club that we used to go to down in Southwest, home of Wayne Perry, Southwest, Washington, D.C. I went to Jefferson Junior High down there back in the day. That's where I played championship baseball at. But man, you ain't even had to go in the club. The club was a little hole in the wall, but it was the spot on a Friday night or Saturday. And, you know, if I ain't here make it last forever 100 times in that parking lot, we was parking lot pimping, you know. It was so hot outside. And then inside the club, they had the air on. You couldn't even feel it because it was hot. And people was in there, you know. It was a packed joint. And man, we was like, man, we going outside with the air, and we're just, we honey watching and, wait till the honeys come outside and get some air and everything, and the 300 Z's was the it car, along with the Maximas, of course Mercedes, the Suzuki trucks, and you know and you know depending on who I was hanging with and where I was going, that's who I was with. But we always made our way to RSVP, you know what I'm saying, down in Southwest. And you know, man, I can sing that whole song. I heard that song so much. My stepdad uh loved Anita Baker, and when he bought that album, he played that album to death. I know every word to every song on Anita Baker Rapture. And I went to see her too, her and Luther. So I got to see Luther before he died, and you know, and it's a great story with them that they just talked about how they were beefing because, of course, uh, Luther is the star, but Anita Baker, her star has risen on the tour. She was opening for Luther, but when they got to DC, Anita Baker was on tilt. So at the time, she got bigger than Luther. And she started flexing. She was like, I'm not going first tonight. He gonna go first. I'm the star right now. And she was flexing. So anyway, she did go first because Luther wasn't playing that. but but to get Luther back for making her go first, Luther don't like it cold. So Nita Baker wouldn't come out and sing unless the air was on, and it had to get nice and cool in there. And after she finished her concert, her hour and a half, Luther didn't come out till 2 hours later until they cut the air off and it got warm in that drink because he can't sing in a cold element. You know what I'm saying? That's why, if you remember, think back, you never see Luther singing outside nowhere. You know, that's how he protected his voice. So I just gave y'all some game, some info. You know what I'm saying? But they just now talked about it years later that it was beef with them. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say allegedly, even though it's not, I know this for a fact because I was there. You know what I'm saying? At the Capitol Center. But that's just to protect myself. I ain't putting out no false stories. We ain't Tasha K in it over here. Speak on something. We gonna speak some facts, and we'll protect ourselves allegedly. But let's get into Make It Last Forever, man. And this was the joint in '88. I mean, you know, I tell you, you know, okay, that was the joint. And don't mess around and could sing and you was with your lady or whatever, come on, man. She wanna get married if we singing to her. So let me say this. I got to meet Key Sweat at the theater, me and my wife, maybe 2016 or 15. No, it was 2016. And uh 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 and he called couples up on stage. Me and my wife was the first one on stage. His video out there. DJ Zoo was the DJ doing. He was on the ones and twos night. So go on to DJ Zoo, ZU, and the performance, the last song, or like the last 25 minutes we on the stage. I got on a button up stripy shirt, green, red, no, green, blue, white, like pinstripe, and some jeans. And we walked on there. He dapped me up, and he said, "Hello, how are you?" To my wife, and my wife lost her voice. She was just staring at him, you know, and it was the funniest shit ever. He said, "I ain't gonna bite you, baby. You all right?" And you know, my wife be real cool with it. When she see folks, she don't trip. But you know, she literally like froze up and like so anyway, we walked to the end of the stage because he was bringing up people. So we was the first one up. So we went to the end. And he started singing Just Got Paid. Come to find out, he wrote that song. That was his song. Johnny Kemp made famous, but that was his song. He wrote that song. So he performs that song in his show. I just gave y'all some game. I just gave you some information. You welcome. So let's get into it, man. This is one of the all times favorite, you know. Trying to tell you, Slim. Keith Sweat was that dude. And did y'all see the Bobby Brown and Keith Sweat versus? Keith was real cool with it because you know Bob's voice ain't about nothing. I remember when they was talking about it. He was being interviewed maybe on Fat Joe podcast, and Fat Joe was like, "Would you do a versus?" And he was like, "Yeah, but with who?" You know, he said the ideal person would be with R. Kelly, and you know where he at. You know, so you know, so so somehow they got Bobby Brown, and even though it wasn't no contest, because we know Keith would have blew him out the water if he was serious with it, competing with him. But he was being a good brother, holding him up like Stephanie Mills did with Shaka Khan. They say Shaka was like lit up. She had too many. They was giving her too many drinks allegedly, you know, and God knows what else. You know, if you know the history of Shaka Khan, allegedly. All right, let's get into this. Make it last forever, Slam. Let's go. 1988. Let's go. Y'all need to go and hear that album. Y'all young bucks, if you ain't up on this joint here, you better go do your homework. You like a young lady, go get this album and get some game. All right, I got somebody checked in. TD. Well, I can't even pronounce her name or her name. TD Ja F. That sounds like it's African. Thank you for joining me. I can't pronounce your name, but I appreciate it if you would subscribe. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Keith Sweat was that dude. I love you. Just make it last forever and ever. Yeah. I don't know why they ain't make a video for this, man. Come on, man. Y'all dropped the ball on this. He said this song was a sleeper. But when it blew up, y'all should have did a video. Could compare to what we had. Love. I'm so glad you're mine. Man, that was the joke. Don't let nobody have a system in their car like the Pathfinders, the 300ZX, the 300Zs, and the Maximus. they had the top of the line system, you know. So if your shit was raggedy, somebody will tell you, look, bro, turn your shit down and let the booming system do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Especially when this song was on. It was real like that. It was one dude, he was a Howard student, he had the 280Z, you know what I'm saying? That Bama always wearing tank tops, colorful tank tops with a big gold rope, and he'll set, and it was a convertible top, so he'll set up on the seat, you know, and crank that joint and be singing like he on stage. That Bama was getting phone numbers left and right. Had the high top fade going, you know. He was doing his thing. All right, I gotta tell this story because Sub-Zero told this story. He said that that performance at the Apollo, that lady Key Sweat brought on stage and was freaking her. That was Alpo girl or one of his girls, and she left with Key Sweat allegedly, and you know they said Alpo used to be out front of the Apollo, you know, doing wheelies and fronting in one of his cars. That was the spot on whatever night that they had the guests. I hear it was on Wednesdays, you know. And so the Sub-Zero said, and you can go to his podcast and look up the video when Alpo smacked allegedly Keith Sweat. And he said the girl was leaving with Keith Sweat. You know, Keith Sweat, you know, bagged her and was going, I guess, you know, fly out somewhere prior to Atlanta because Keith Sweat moved to Atlanta when he got paper and moved from New York because he's from New York. And he was an accountant, I believe, or a stockbroker, something like that. So he was real smart, you know. And anyway, the word got to Alpo, or Alpo seen the girl and rolled up on Keith Sweat car, pulled her out the car, and he told Keith Sweat get out the car. So Keith with a bodyguard, you know, with a burner on him, you know. So Keith like, yeah, what's up? You know, he like, man, you know that was my girl. He like, nah, I ain't know that was your girl, but is she really your girl? Cause she with me now. He flexing. Say, Alpo smacked them down like, you know, some old bitch shit, like some pimp shit. You know, and this is what Sub-Zero is saying, allegedly, right? So, you know, I'm just trying to protect myself, you know, but and say Keith Sweat looked at his bodyguard and was like, okay, when you gonna do something? What I'm paying you for? And say the bodyguard was like, man, that's Alpo, Slim. He got 14 bodies. You know, you gonna have to eat that one. I was like, man, that's a crazy story right there, if it's true. So, all right, let's I want y'all to see some visuals of Jackie McGee. You know what I'm saying? Who laced that song for him. You know, yeah. Here you go, right here. Y'all got to see that.
Make It Last is a classic, and nobody can change that.
That's Jackie McGee right
For
there.
that. I'm gonna take a step on back to the first album. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say album because at the time there wasn't CD. I had the pleasure of meeting this young lady.
Yeah.
When I first met, I met her
Giving y'all some
in a
classics.
club. You know, we used to do the chick
Taking you back.
thing called the chick circle. She was singing. I said, "Yo, that's a bad girl."
Chief
Ever since I
always
really
smooth.
wanted to hit it. I really wanted to hit it.
We used to call dudes like that.
So
You too cool for
game back then
school.
was, baby, I can make you a star. That's the game now too. But so that game don't change. Baby, I'll make you a star. I never knew this record was gonna be as big as it was.
That's why they never did a video to this. That this song was a sleeper. But once it blew up, you should have did a video. Y'all dropped the ball. The fans would have loved seeing a nice video to this. You know what I'm saying? He had a radio show too that in Atlanta, Sweat Hotel or something. He was on somebody's show and was talking about he needed a signature move, so he started flickering his hand like he playing with the panani, right? You know, look what he doing with his hand. You know that was some 80s, 90s shit. That shit'd be for real corny right now. This Jackie McGee. Keith Sweat was known as the beggar. How man? He gonna beg for them draws. Go ahead, get him, Jackie. Yeah. You gotta hear this song in your ride with all the acoustics just hitting like it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. When you got a good system, it just sound on another level, like the record. Yeah, I seen them perform this live when they came to the Cap Center. She favored one of the Clock sisters. Netflix and chilling. Chilling. Look what he doing with his hand. He a fool with it. All right, man. That man was off the chain. All right, man. We gonna get up out of there with that one. I got one more for y'all, man. Maybe two jumps, two more jumps. Let me get out of here with this one. You know, it's almost 1 o'clock. All right, Big Day, Streets Finest. Like, share, subscribe. Let's go. I'll be right back.